Apologize, I had to adjust the setting in the game. I always forget to turn off the reversal limit. I have that on for the My Career Universe Mode series, and I always forget to turn it off, and I always gotta have like a mental note to remind myself after I'm done recording all the My Career Universe Mode series that I have to turn that back on. Or off or on, whatever the case may be. So we are here with RCW episode 17. So we are 3 episodes away, or actually 2 if you don't count RCW Riot. We are 2 episodes away from the RCW Riot pay-per-view. And pretty much all of the matches have been solidified. Except for one. And that match is the Women's Championship match. The RCW Women's Championship match. It is, as of now, a triple threat match between Luna Outlaw, who is the RCW Women's Champion, Noelle Diamond, and Violet Knight. But Mercy Phantom said that she wanted to prove herself, that she wanted redemption from her first match against Sasha Banks. And she said that she wanted that redemption against somebody that she felt was worthy. And that was one of the contestants in that match, known as Noelle Diamond. And she also went on a little further to say that she wants it as this: if she wins that match tonight, she will be given an opportunity at the RCW Women's Championship match in which she will get added to that triple threat match, making it a fatal 4-way. And now I know what you might be thinking. She's only had one match. But if she proves herself, I don't see why not. As we start with Noelle here. No. Or Marielle, excuse me. And Marielle Rogue and, Rosemary and everything that's been going on with the Rogue family and the Outlaws. Honestly, if you haven't been here for a while, I honestly recommend go back and watch some of the episodes you have missed, because this is brewing up to be a war here as a springboard cross body here from the middle rope. And, tried to go for a kick to the face, but Ember Moon gets her. And now Rosemary, the demon assassin, watching on here. I should also say that in our main event, Brian Outlaw will be joining Mercy Phantom out at ringside, as well as Tessa Blanchard, who will be joining Noelle Diamond at ringside for that match. And I guess Brian Outlaw just sort of wanted to even the odds as Ember Moon hits Marielle with a Hurricane Rana there. We're now working on the arm of Marielle as she stomps away. Marielle is in huge trouble here. But Marielle's able to get out of it. And taking down Ember Moon. You have to give the advantage to Marielle here, as she has Rosemary at ringside. That will probably cause any distraction that she can, so that Marielle wins. And another kick to the face to Ember Moon here. Tries for another one, but Ember able to reverse. Tries for a kick of her own. And Marielle reverses. I always get those names confused. Irish whip into the ropes. Ooh, and a drop kick there to Marielle there. And Ember going for a quick pin here, as Marielle's able to kick out of that. but she's continuing her dominance here in this match. Uh-oh. What do we got here? And a big kick to the chest of Ember Moon there. Looking to get the win here over Ember Moon, and no, kicks out. Marielle cannot believe it there. Uh-oh. Marielle looks for the Rogue Destroyer there. But Ember able to reverse and has her in a headlock, but decides to let her go in an elbow. Now Ember with an Irish whip and double knees to Marielle, but Rosemary distracting Ember Moon, and Marielle able to take advantage, getting her into the electric chair, and a power bomb. Rosemary paying dividends there, allowing Marielle to get an advantage, looking for a Hurricane Rana here from Ember, or to Ember, excuse me, and a punch to the face, but Ember able to get out of that one. Ooh, and taking her down. Uh-oh. I think we're going to see Ember try and go for the Eclipse here. Calling her up to her feet. Trying to go for the Eclipse, but no. Marielle reversed. Marielle reversed in a big kick to the chest once again. To Ember Moon, being very smart, dragging her to the middle of the ring so she cannot use the ropes from a rope break, and Ember kicked out with authority. Uh-oh. But Marielle looking for the final exclamation point here with a Rogue Destroyer, but Ember reversed. Planting Ember as Marielle did a very quick rebound there. I thought that Ember was going to go for something big there, but Marielle able to reverse, and we got another reversal from Ember. And another reversal from Marielle, and taking her down again. But you have to give the assist to Rosemary somewhat. Powering up the punch, and a punch right to the face. Doing a little bit of taunting, gloating a little bit. As multiple quick strikes here that you're seeing. From Marielle, picks her up again and takes her down with a big punch to the face once more. And a big kick to the chest again. And Marielle's definitely not finished as she's looking for the Rogue Destroyer on Ember Moon. And 1, 2, 3. Marielle wins. But give the assist to Rosemary, as she was able to distract Ember for that one time. And other than that, Rosemary wasn't involved in this matchup. But as you can see there, look at the Rogue Destroyer. And Marielle knew that that was the win right there. And she was able to get the win. In dirty fashion, I might add. But Paige running into the ring, and a big clothesline taking down Marielle in a German suplex to Rosemary, or to Paige, as Rosemary coming to the aid of Marielle, and a bunch of hands to the face of Paige, as the referee quickly getting out of there. I don't know what he's doing here. He's got to get some control. And Marielle taking down Paige. And poison mist into the eyes of Paige. Uh-oh. This can't spell good for Paige here. Is Marielle looking for the Rogue Destroyer on Paige? And again, this is totally just shows you how personal this sort of family feud, if you will, has gotten. As Marielle and Rosemary stand tall. And wow. Paige tried to come in for some retribution against Marielle there, but I don't know how wise that was as we move on to our next matchup as Seth Rollins, the RCW Carnage Champion, takes on Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. Now, Seth Rollins will have a match with Aleister Black after that clinic that they put on a previous episode of RCW in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And Aleister had won that match, which earned him the right to compete for the RCW Carnage title. And that match will take place at RCW Riot. As far as what stipulation, we have no idea yet on that. And Seth Rollins is ready to burn it down. Like he always does on RCW, as you hear burn it down there. And there he is, the RCW Carnage Champion. Seth freaking Rollins. There he is, and he looks pumped AF right now, getting ready for his matchup against Johnny Gargano. And imagine what a win this would be for Johnny Gargano if he's able to get a victory here over Seth Rollins. Now, we haven't seen much from Johnny Gargano, so, you know, that would be, thank you, JoJo the Great 274 for the follow. I appreciate it. Now, that would be quite the victory if Johnny Gargano is able to get a victory over Seth Rollins here. But I don't see anything stopping the momentum of the Beast Slayer Seth Rollins. Call him whatever you want, the King Slayer, the Beast Slayer, whatever. The Architect. It doesn't matter to him because the only thing that matters right now is that title around his waist and keeping that title. As he was RCW Carnage Champion not too long ago with him and AJ Styles, that rivalry in which AJ took it away from Seth Rollins. But that's the past, and we're looking to the future and the present as Johnny Gargano, you might know him as Johnny Wrestling, is ready to take on Seth Rollins. And this is probably the biggest opportunity Johnny Gargano has ever had here on RCW. We haven't seen much of him. But, you know, it doesn't matter how many times you appear. It's taking advantage of your opportunities when they present themselves, or even making opportunities for yourself. Either way, Johnny looks ready. And by the looks of this crowd here, it looks like they are ready too. Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano. Referee makes this official, and then we are underway here in a big knee to Johnny Wrestling as we get going here in this match. Looking for a big elbow there, but Johnny able to reverse that. And Hurricane Rana taking the champion down, and Seth Rollins might be in for his money here. Yes, I did create this arena, yes. Everything else, all of this is customized, actually. Everything here in RCW is all customized by me. Some of the attires I've actually changed up. I don't really change the attires unless they are like actual like custom wrestlers. Sometimes I change the attires, sometimes I don't, but it all depends. As we have a buckle bomb here from Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins looking to make an example of Johnny Gargano, but Johnny able to get out of the way of that super kick and taking Seth down. Thank you, I appreciate the compliment on that. I'm also working on some merch for those who are longtime fans or brand new fans of the show. I'm working on some RCW merch, specifically for the Outlaws, which you'll see Brian Outlaw tonight at ringside. He's not competing, but he's here nonetheless. And a big elbow to Johnny Gargano. Yeah, I plan to create some t-shirts and I have some ideas. I just need to get those ideas, I guess, in execution. They look good on paper, but as far as how they're going to be executed, that remains to be seen. But I've always wanted to create some merch for the show, as this show has been going on since August 21st of last year, so this show has been going on for a while. And it's about time we get some merch and some really cool stuff going. You know how to commentate good. Thank you, I appreciate that. I watched a lot of wrestling over the years, so I kind of, both indies and WWE, so I kind of know my way around the wrestling industry. Johnny Gargano gets a reversal here from Seth Rollins and a clothesline to the outside of the ring. And Johnny definitely proving his worth here, even though that Johnny has taken some punishment in this match. He's got major heart, as now he is the NXT champion, current NXT champion, which that match was pretty good. I think that was against Adam Cole, I believe, at NXT TakeOver. And a big kick to the side of the head of Seth Rollins here. There's a count of 5 here from the referee and a simple body slam here to Johnny Gargano. And Seth Rollins definitely not the type of guy to take out count-out victories. I know a lot of guys that like to do that, but Seth Rollins is definitely not one of those dudes. Well, I hate that when you can't get back in the ring like that. As Seth Rollins and Johnny Gargano are finally back in the ring here, and Seth just looking to punish Johnny Gargano here. And you know, Seth doesn't really show much animosity, but you know, he likes to prove his worth, and same thing with every other superstar here on RCW. They like to make most of their opportunities at a drop kick to the back of Seth Rollins. And Johnny Gargano definitely making a statement here, saying that he deserves to be in bigger matches like this, but Seth Rollins able to check that kick into a super kick here on Johnny Gargano. And just like that, the momentum has swayed back into Seth Rollins. I think I play on the second hardest difficulty, I think. But honestly, I like my shows to not be dominated by the computer and dominated by me. So, you know, I don't really think difficulty matters in the sense, because the way I do my shows, you know, I'll mess up on purpose. I'll do stuff on purpose. Obviously, you guys don't know that, though, but I'll kick out on accident. I'll sometimes lose on accident. The way I like to do my shows, since I create the storylines, I write the scripts, and I do pretty much almost everything for this show. You know, difficulty on this is Johnny Gargano looks for a submission here on Seth Rollins. Difficulty doesn't really matter, because the way I want to run the show, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's to me, I never really thought about what difficulty and if it matters. You know, because of the way I like to do things. As Johnny looked for a comeback, and Seth Rollins stopped it right in his tracks and planting Johnny Gargano, and Seth Rollins is fired up. Uh-oh, possibly looking for the curb stomp here. This is what ended Brock Lesnar's championship reign in a curb stomp to Johnny Gargano. Looking to get a win over Johnny, and no, Johnny kicked out at 2. Johnny kicked out at 2. I thought that was over. And Johnny's busted open a little bit. I thought that was over there. But that might have just fired up Seth Rollins even more as he picks up Johnny. And Seth fired up in a sling blade, taking down Johnny Gargano. And Seth Rollins is in a huge driver's seat here, but Johnny with a reversal. As Seth Rollins looked for that super kick that he loves to hit so much. I loved it when they brought the curb stomp back, honestly. I didn't like the whole knee and the whole pedigree thing. Now forcing the face of Seth Rollins into the turnbuckle. And Johnny looking to pin the champion here. But Seth Rollins kicks out. Uh-oh. Johnny looking for a super kick of his own, and a super kick right to the dome of Seth Rollins. 1, 2. No, Seth kicked out at 2. Seth kicked out. Seth kicked out at 2. I don't know how Seth kicked out of that, but whatever it is, Seth is the champion, and he's champion for a reason, folks. Definitely, for sure. As Johnny is just wondering what he has to do to take down the champion. A shot to the head of Seth Rollins, and a pin here. Very interesting. I don't know. I don't know why Johnny went for the pin there, but that didn't really work out for him. As Seth Rollins looking for another super kick here on Johnny Gargano. Dragging him to the middle of the ring. That's very smart, as he was very close to the ropes there. Now looking for a second curb stomp. Looking to hit a second one. Curb stomp again on Johnny, excuse me. I thought Seth was a little tired there, but he gets into the cover anyway. And Seth gets a victory. I thought he was a little tired there. He went down to one knee. But Seth was able to get the cover anyway, despite being a little winded after that move. I have to give my heart out to Johnny Gargano, though, for giving it his best. Probably this is the best match I've seen since the Aleister Black one that we had. I think it was an episode or 2 ago. As Seth Rollins takes his momentum into RCW Riot, where he will be facing Aleister Black for the RCW Carnage title. And Seth Rollins should be very proud of himself after that victory. And we move on. By the way, in case this is your first time here, I'm Botch TV. This is what I usually do here on my channel. I usually do mostly wrestling stuff. I stream per day. I stream 1 episode. So I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I stream 1 episode. Then I export it to my YouTube channel. So I stream once a day, and 1 episode a day, 3 times a week. I also do another show, Lockdown, which I do on Fridays. I do 20 episodic seasons for RCW, with every 10th episode being a pay-per-view, so that is 2 episodes at 2 pay-per-views per season. And then we take a little bit of a break after the first half. My YouTube is Botch TV. It's the same as I think it is down in my panels. It is down there in my panels, which you can watch that By the way, I also have another series. It is the Brian Outlaw My Career Universe mode, where we follow Brian Outlaw's journey in WWE. I have about 4 or 5 episodes up on the channel right at the moment. I have 4 episodes recorded on my laptop right now that have been edited. They're all done. So pretty much the timeline is we have for those episodes we have the entire its entirety leading up to NXT TakeOver. So NXT TakeOver in that series is done right now. That's how far we're at. So episode 10, which will be coming to you guys soon on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube side of things, that is NXT TakeOver. Then after that, we will have a couple more matches with Brian Outlaw in NXT. Then we will have a title match eventually, where I decide, and my friends who help me make the series and make the storylines for the show, because I have a lot of friends that help me out with both of these shows and with all my wrestling series. We'll decide whether or not Brian will lose the title or if he will retain. And then going from there, we'll decide what main roster show Brian will be going on, and we will go from there. So I'm thinking maybe we'll have about 20 episodes of that series of Brian in NXT, and then we'll move on to the main roster. That's sort of what I'm thinking about. I kind of don't want him to have a really long time in NXT, but I also don't want him to get called up so quickly. And I have a storyline. Planned for him as soon as he reaches the main roster, which I think, if you like the storylines that I've had in RCW with the Outlaws, I guarantee you're gonna like the storylines that I have in store for that career mode series. And the reason why we're doing that initially is because I didn't like the traditional My Career series. So with Universe Mode, it allows me to do really cool stuff like this, and I'm definitely loving the series, and I'm loving the way RCW's been going through the past 4 seasons. We're on season 4 now, but I never pictured that we would be almost 4 seasons into it and still loving it and still where it's at. My YouTube has been on the slower side of growing, as I do most of the content here on Twitch. But with having a YouTube channel and with the way I do this series, I feel that in no time my YouTube will grow as big as my Twitch has over the years. Because I've been streaming a lot longer than I've been on YouTube. So I guess that pays account. But anyways, we move on to our next match as CM Punk and Stone Cold look to coexist with each other as they take on the Hardy Boys. Now CM Punk and Stone Cold have been in quite some of the heated confrontations, and these two look to coexist with each other as they take on the Hardy Boys. And CM Punk, the best in the world as he likes to call himself, is coming out first. And I was very surprised when we were able to sign CM Punk to an RCW contract, as he expressed his absolute hatred for WWE, and I'm pretty sure if those of you that have been watching WWE for a long time like myself, you guys know that whole spiel. You guys know that whole story with him not main eventing WrestleMania and him being pissed off about it, and then him blocking WWE and stuff like that. So we didn't want any of that to happen in RCW, so I tried to make sure, I tried to please him enough to make sure that that doesn't happen in RCW, and that we get what we need to do. Is he will be with this man, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, he hasn't been in the title picture in recent time, but I could definitely picture him in title matches going forward. I mean, come on, guys. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's Austin 316. As we look to get underway, here's they will be facing these two brothers in the Hardy Boys. Former RCW Tag Team Champions. They look to get possibly back in that picture sooner than later. As I believe they lost it to the Outlaws. And then the Outlaws lost it to Sabre and Phoenix, the White Dragons. So Sanity will be facing the White Dragons, Sabre, and Phoenix at RCW Riot for the tag team titles. But I'm pretty sure the Hardys, they're thinking about that too. Uh-oh. But I think Stone Cold and CM Punk are not looking to wait for this matchup to get underway. And they attack the Hardys before their entrance, during their entrance, as CM Punk looks to start this one off. And you have to wonder, though, how are these two going to coexist with one another? How is CM Punk and Stone Cold going to coexist with one another as these two brothers love each other? They love each other because they're brothers, but not only that, but they've been tag teaming together for a long time compared to first-timers here as CM Punk and Stone Cold try to coexist with each other as Jeff Hardy looking to drag CM Punk to his corner. Bullet Dozer, why are you not following me? I have no idea. That's your problem. Just kidding. I love you. Just kidding. Everyone. Bullet Dozer is a really awesome dude. He's funny as hell. He is pretty much one of the greatest, most chillest guys that I've ever met. Well, it's fixed now. Thank you, Dozer, for the follow. Like I was saying, if you guys love entertaining content, definitely check this man out. He tried to pull out a 24-hour stream. I believe he hit like 18 hours. And, he did that to raise money for charity, which, honestly, any man that raises money for charity, and let alone any man that can play games and look at a freaking computer screen for that long of a time, not only just for entertaining the audience, but for a charitable purpose, is a guy that I highly respect, and I guarantee you guys are going to love him too. So definitely check out his stuff as well. I always like helping out other streamers in any way that I can, as I've met some of the best guys you'll ever meet, regardless of what your grandparents say, what your parents say about the internet, depending on how young your parents are. I mean, my mother's only in her 30s, so she's kind of always had the internet. But our grandparents like to badmouth it a lot. Regardless of what your grandparents say or whatever about the internet, there are so many people, I should say, rather, that you'll meet on Twitch. Jesus. Thank you for the donation of $10, Dozer. You are my first donation, honestly. You are my first ever donation here on the channel. That is awesome. I've never had that alert go off until now, so that is great. Thank you for the $10 dono. I appreciate it. honestly, I had no idea that was going to happen. Holy cow, but, you know, there's a first time for everything, I guess. I don't know what CM Punk tried to go for there, but thank you for the donation of $10. I'll use that wisely. I don't really know what I could buy with $10, but I'll use it wisely anyway. As CM Punk tags in Stone Cold here, and Stone Cold is now in this match, and Jeff Hardy is in big trouble here. As we know, if Stone Cold hits the Lefez press and that stunner, it is absolutely over for any recipient, and just stomping on the chest of Jeff Hardy and continuing with the chest stomps on Jeff Hardy. And the referee's got to get some control over this matchup here. Oh, Stone Cold with a Lefez press on Jeff Hardy. Uh-oh, now Stone Cold looking for a stunner. Stone Cold's looking for the stunner. Stunner on Jeff Hardy. Can he get the win for his team? One. No, Matt Hardy right there. CM Punk, you got to get out. You got to get out, Punk. You got to get out. Otherwise, you're going to get disqualified. I'm pretty sure Stone Cold was telling him that. CM Punk almost got them disqualified there, as Jeff Hardy looking to get back in this matchup now. Looking for a suplex there, but not a full suplex, as he just floors Steve Austin there. Now Stone Cold's in a bad way here, as Jeff Hardy's fired up. And the double leg drop, vintage Jeff Hardy, and a drop kick. That is vintage Jeff Hardy right there. Twist of fate on Stone Cold. One. No, Stone Cold kicked out. Stone Cold still very fresh here in this matchup. Oh, and I think Jeff Hardy's going for the Swanton Bomb, but CM Punk is right there. CM Punk not doing anything about it. And Jeff connected with a Swanton Bomb, but Stone Cold able to kick out of it. I don't know what CM Punk was doing, but he didn't do anything about that to try and stop it. He just went over there and just kind of watched him do it. And that's what happened. As these two, Stone Cold and CM Punk, absolutely hate each other. As these two have been in quite the rivalry. As, like I said, it would be very difficult for them to coexist with one another. And a body slam there. And Stone Cold just looking to find a way to get back in this match. Ooh, but a reversal from Matt Hardy. Another reversal from Matt Hardy. Side effect from Matt Hardy. Uh-oh. Being very smart there, dragging Stone Cold away from his corner. And Stone Cold kicks out again. But you have to wonder just how much has been taken out of Stone Cold here. As another shot to the face of Stone Cold. Uh-oh. Looking for a twist of fate on Stone Cold. 1, 2. Oh no, CM Punk took out the referee. CM Punk took out the referee, and now Matt Hardy is saying delete, delete, delete as Jeff Hardy takes care of CM Punk. When in doubt, when you can't break up the pin, hit the ref. I guess that was the whole decision on the ref, is maybe that was perhaps not in the job description of Aaron after he joined RCW as the ref, after we fired our ref Tyrone. Uh-oh. Stone Cold again. Still trying to get back in this match, and a little fence press again here on Matt Hardy. But Stone Cold is absolutely tired right now. You know, he is quite the old man to be still wrestling still. Stunner! Stunner, though! But why isn't he going for the cover? I don't know why. And now he finally goes for the cover, and Jeff Hardy is right there. Not smart. Not smart. Definitely not smart there by Stone Cold, or maybe was that on purpose? As Matt Hardy gets a reversal. Irish whip to the corner, though. Turns around Stone Cold. Uh-oh. Propping up Stone Cold here on the top rope. Oh no, this... Not! Twist of fate from the top rope! Twist of fate from the top rope as Matt looks for the victory here, and a bulldog to CM Punk. He was able to break up the pin, though, for the time being, but CM Punk is on the outside now. As Stone Cold, for the time being, has nobody to tag to. Nobody at all. Uh-oh. More quick strikes here by Matt Hardy, and Matt just taking advantage of CM Punk being on the outside here and using the ropes to his advantage. Completely legal here in this match. Irish whip to the corner now. As he tags in Jeff Hardy. Tags in his brother Jeff. What are they going for here? Irish whip. Back body drop between these two. What great teamwork, looking for a pin. And CM Punk finally realizing where he's at, able to get back onto the apron, as Stone Cold had no problem kicking out of that. But Stone Cold is in a bad way here, as he has been in this match for a long time. As he desperately needs to make a tag to CM Punk, but I don't even know if CM Punk wants to. I don't even know if CM Punk even wants to make the tag at this point. With Stone Cold with a quick reversal. Why isn't he tagging CM Punk in a double axe handle here from the middle rope? I don't know why he's not tagging CM Punk, but he's not. He's not tagging CM Punk in. And CM Punk desperately asking for a tag. And Stone Cold tried to stop it. Tried to stop the hot tag there, but now Matt Hardy's in the match. Stone Cold should have tagged in CM Punk. He should have tagged in CM Punk, but decided not to. And he's going to end up paying for it. As Matt Hardy takes advantage. Oh, but a reversal. And a clothesline, a rear clothesline. Oh no, and a LaFez press here on Matt Hardy. Uh-oh, looking for the stunner. Looking for the stunner. Stunner! But again, still not going for the cover. Finally tagged CM Punk in. Finally. And an Insiguri, though. But Jeff Hardy getting back to his feet. Jeff Hardy getting back to his feet. 1, 2. But CM Punk letting go. I don't know why. I don't know why he's doing this. He could have had this match already won, and he busted Matt Hardy wide open. And again, the tempers of these two. I don't know what's going on. This is about winning a matchup, but I don't know anymore. As Matt Hardy gets a reversal. Looking for a side effect here on CM Punk. And an elbow drop. Maybe Matt Hardy wasn't ready to go for the cover yet. I don't know. But these two tempers are flaring. A neck breaker on CM Punk. Ooh, lifting him up again. Irish whip to the corner. Oh no, this is not good. This is definitely not good. Not good for CM Punk here. Oh no, looking for another twist of fate from the top. As Jeff Hardy goes in. One. Stone Cold luckily breaks up the pin. And a DDT to Stone Cold. Puts him out of commission for the time being. And this matchup is insane right now. This is literally the craziest tag team matchup I've seen in a while. And a big clothesline. As Matt Hardy's just trying to figure out where he's at the moment. Punk, what are you doing? He was trying to go up the top rope, but apparently the game's not letting him. Now finally going to the top rope. But he is tired. As Matt's already almost to his corner. Matt's already there. Goes for the elbow, but misses. And now Matt Hardy's in perfect position to tag in Jeff now. And that's exactly what he does. Again, these miscues. Again, these miscues, but luckily Stone Cold's up to his feet. And a twist of fate again. Twist of fate again. Irish whip to the corner, though. And a big elbow right to the face. Jeff. I don't blame you, Jeff. He is tired. Very, very tired. Oh no, looking for the Swanton Bomb again. Looking for the Swanton Bomb once more. Looking to finally get a win here. No, Stone Cold still breaks it up. Still able to break it up. How many times are... I thought this match would have been over minutes ago. Uh-oh, but CM Punk firing back. CM Punk firing back now. I hate it how you have to run directly towards the ropes to go up. Looking for an elbow drop, and he connects with that. Uh-oh. Possibly looking for a go to sleep here. Go to sleep on Jeff Hardy, but he's down to one knee. He's down to one knee. Can he get the cover? 1, 2. Steve Austin broke up the pin. Steve Austin just broke up the pin that could have solidified the win for them. Oh, that pissed CM Punk off. He takes CM Punk off, or takes Stone Cold. I can't even talk today. Jesus, everything's going on. I can't even speak. Oh, I can't even speak. And Jeff's able to take advantage. But CM Punk rolls out. CM Punk rolling out, though. Gets a reversal. Oh, but Jeff Hardy. Again with some dominance in the leg drop right onto the arm of CM Punk. Uh-oh. CM Punk with the reversal, though. Jeff Hardy with the reversal. Looking for twist of fate again. Look at the cover. 2. Oh, but Steve Austin able to get right there. I thought that was the 3 count. I thought that was 3. I honestly thought that was 3. Jeff Hardy. What is going on? This match is craziness. This match is absolute craziness right now. And both men are down. Fortunately, the referee should be counting because... But I guess not. It's Jeff Hardy looking to take advantage here. Uh-oh. I thought that was some type of power bomb that he was looking for, but that's not like Jeff Hardy. Oh, looking for the Swanton Bomb again. Looking for the Swanton Bomb. Swanton Bomb once more. It's definitely got to hurt the back of Jeff Hardy, though. Looking to pin CM Punk. Uh-oh. But that pissed off Jeff. That pin breakup pissed off Jeff. Did that really cause him to roll out? What kind of move was that? That was just a face, but it was just like some type of jawbreaker, I think that move is actually called. Really think somebody's gonna roll out after whatever. It's the game physics. It's Jeff Hardy. Looking to cause even more punishment here on CM Punk. And he better be firing on all cylinders here if he wants to win this for his team. As you can see, CM Punk is busted open, but a slap to the face. And CM Punk. Uh-oh. CM Punk trying to fire back. Ooh, but Jeff Hardy trying to fire back as Austin is still out. What is Jeff going for? Uh-oh. I think Jeff has waited way too long for this in a missile drop kick from the top rope. And Austin's already back on the apron. Looking for another twist of fate and gets one. 1, 2. Steve Austin again breaks it up, and this still continues, guys. Jeff, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jeff? I thought he was going to go after Stone Cold there for a minute. Looking for a Swanton Bomb once more. Swanton Bomb! 1, 2, and no, this match still continues. How in the world is this still even functioning? How in the world is this going on still? And finally, yeah, you finally make it. Seriously, I swear to God, there's multiple reasons why I don't like tag team matchups in these games. And the physics in this, I swear to God. CM Punk finally gets a reversal. Oh, but I think CM Punk was looking to make a tag. Oh, and he finally made a tag to Stone Cold. Now Stone Cold's in there. Wait a minute. Stone Cold, what are you doing? Hits CM Punk off of the apron. Maybe that was payback for later. And Matt Hardy takes advantage of it. Maybe that was total payback for what just occurred earlier. Side effect on Stone Cold. Not going for the twist of fate, but going for the cover. Going for the cover here. 1, 2, 3, and the Hardy Boys win. Wow. What a matchup. Jesus. I don't think I've ever seen a tag match last that long. Holy crap. But it was the miscues. Greatest of all time. I don't know about that. That's a little far-fetched. But for real, guys, that is probably the longest tag matchup I've ever had to call. And we're still not done with the show. That's the best part. We're still not even close to being done with the show, and it's already almost an hour into the stream. This never happens, guys. But on the bright side, I still get to be here with you guys. I still get to give you guys some awesome kick-ass entertainment. Stuff you won't even see on WWE, FYI. But this is a 2 out of 3 falls match with J-Rogue versus Mustafa Ali. Now, J-Rogue is actually one of the wrestlers that I've created, in case any of you are new here. He is one of the wrestlers that I have created myself. I actually have 2 different personas that I actually thought of in my head. And J-Rogue is actually one of them, and Brian Outlaw is the other one. Whereas J-Rogue, you know the Rogue family if you've been here for a while. The Rogue family, they basically don't give a crap about conforming to society. They do whatever the hell they want to, and they don't care. Kind of sort of the same with the Outlaws, but even the Outlaws have morals. The Rogues don't. They do whatever they want. And as you can see, this is one of the newest attires that I actually had to create for J-Rogue. As you can see that tattoo a little bit on his arm there. And that is a tattoo I actually had to make and put on him, thanks to the image uploader in this game. As he faces Mustafa Ali. And yes, we like to have full names around here. He might be called Ali in the WWE, as WWE loves to change the names of wrestlers all the time, but we like to have the full name around here. Vince McMahon. As J-Rogue looks to continue his momentum after the win over Daniel Bryan, and this is a 2 out of 3 falls match. And Jay starts off with a Canadian Destroyer. And a drop kick to Mustafa Ali, and starting off with very quick strikes and quickness, and that is something that the Rogues know all too well. We're looking for a shooting star here on Mustafa Ali, going for the cover, trying to get in the earliest fall as possible, and no, Mustafa kicks out at 1. But Mustafa with a reversal of his own. Gotta reboot my PC, then it'll have you back on. Alright, man. Alright, Dozer. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a lot. And a drop kick to Jay now. And Jay is in huge trouble. As Mustafa Ali looking to take an advantage in a snapmare, taking down Jay, and now just a working hold here. But Jay really specializes in this kind of thing. Getting out of working holds was something that he was a little rough on when he first started wrestling. And another Canadian Destroyer taking down Mustafa Ali, and just a bunch of quick strikes as Mustafa Ali with a springboard, but that failed. He miscalculated it. And a knee right to the head of Mustafa Ali, and again with the multiple knees. But Mustafa able to take advantage. Going up to the top. What's he going for here? And a splash, but I don't know if that was the right time to go for that. And a senton there again, I don't know if that was the right time. But again, a kick to the back of Jay, and Jay is in extreme trouble here. And even more kicks. And Mustafa tried for a springboard moonsault there, but that didn't work. Corruption on Mustafa. Oh, perhaps Jay's going for the Rogue Stomp. I've seen him hit this before. Rogue Stomp on Mustafa. Can he get the first fall in this match? 1, 2, no. Mustafa kicked out at 2. But Jay cannot take his foot off the gas pedal as he stomps away. Perhaps in frustration. Taunting in the face of the crowd there, and a drop kick taking down Mustafa Ali. And the Rogues like to unleash an absolute beatdown as he looks for a clothesline, but missed. But able to connect with it the second time. Ooh, Jay wanted a little kick there. Well, Mustafa Ali with a reversal. Uh-oh. Powerbomb from Mustafa Ali. He's got that springboard neck breaker in his back pocket there. And that's exactly what he plans to go for. Calling Jay for it. Rolls through. Springboard neck breaker. 1, 2. Jay kicked out. Jay kicked out. I thought Mustafa Ali could have had the first fall off of that, but no. As Mustafa continues to wear down Jay. Mustafa looking for the 054. 054 on Jay. But he's a little tired. Now going for the cover. 1, 2 to get the first fall. And no, Jay kicked out again. Just barely. And that fired up Mustafa though. That fired him up. But Jay with the reversal. Corruption on Mustafa. Mustafa tried to get up, but Jay preventing him. And a 2 count. I thought that at least would have gone for a 3. As Jay looking for the first fall here. Jay's trying to go for the rope stomp again. Oh, but Mustafa Ali gets up. We're going to the top rope and a crossbody, taking him right back down. But the middle of the ring, though, is Jay going back up. Jay's going back up. Looking for the rogue stomp again. Rogue stomp. Again on Mustafa. Looking to get the first fall here as referee. Got to get in position. 1, 2, 3. And Jay gets the first fall, but Mustafa is not out of this. And a backstabber. If I were Jay, I would just continue punishing Mustafa until he can't even move. Looking for a comeback as that fired up Jay and taking down Mustafa. Looking for another corruption on Mustafa. And this has just been an absolute beating from Jay here, and Jay's loving every minute of it. Looking for a rogue stop again. No! Mustafa reversed it. Mustafa reversed the rogue stomp. Uh-oh. Is he possibly going for Spanish fly here? Are we going to see it? Spanish fly from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Jay gets pinned, and now it's anybody's ball game now. It's anybody's ball game. As Mustafa has no energy left. No stamina enough to get up to that top rope to go for the 054. And that might cost him. That might cost him. And a back suplex there. Uh-oh. Targeting the ref and clotheslining the ref. Taking down the ref. Jay pulling out all the stops. Uh-oh. Brass knuckles. using the brass knuckles, lifting up the ref. Referee has to get his bearings again. Finally gets in position. 1, 2, and that still didn't take him out. The brass knuckles didn't even take him out. And Mustafa with a reversal into a German suplex into a bridge. 1, 2. No! J-Roll kicked out again. Oh, looking to go up top here. Looking to go up top. 450. Is that going to be enough? 1, 2, 3. Mustafa Ali with the victory. Wow. Even the brass knuckles wasn't enough to keep Mustafa down. And Mustafa gets a big win here over Jay. Maybe your dirty tactics don't always go according to plan. As we move on to our next match. But what a win for Mustafa Ali there. And we move on to our main event. This is Mercy Phantom taking on Noelle Diamond. Now this is high stakes here. It's Brian Outlaw, as you can see right there, is at ringside. And I'll be taking control of Brian Outlaw for the sake of this match. But if Mercy wins, she will be added to the RCW Championship match, the RCW Women's Championship match, rather, at RCW Riot, making it a fatal 4-way. However, if Noelle wins, it stays a triple threat. Now, Noelle is already mad that it's not a one-on-one matchup with her and Luna, which it probably should be. However, you know, Violet has proved her worth and deserves another title shot. Plus, it just makes for a more entertaining match. However, Mercy's only had one match here on the RCW roster, and she's already getting a big opportunity. So Noelle's pretty mad about that. And I can totally see why. I totally understand why Noelle would be mad, considering that Noelle's been here longer. Noelle's been here longer, and Mercy hasn't. So, you know, I can agree with her there. This is just a normal match, no shenanigans, no nothing. And I think that is why Brian Outlaw offered to come out with Mercy Phantom here. Because Tessa Blanchard definitely likes to get herself involved in stuff. And Brian Outlaw, you know, doesn't matter what woman it is, you know, he's always willing to help them out. But I have to say something about that. Is there something in return that he wants? You have to think with Brian Outlaw. You know, it's never just, I'll do it because I want to. There's always something fishy about it. You know what I mean? There's always something fishy about it. They're always asking, what's in it for me? As Noelle Diamond comes out with Impact's own Tessa Blanchard. We're going to get this matchup underway, not waiting any longer. Let me see. What can I do here? Oh, the help isn't... Hang on, let me turn on... I have to turn on controller help here. Because, I always forget what I can do here. X to distract target. Okay, cool. I know what I'm doing now. I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, I can turn that off now. I can turn that off. And Brian paying dividends for Mercy here. As Mercy's able to take advantage and just tossing, holy crap, tossing Noelle Diamond like a rag doll across the ring here. Did you guys see that? As Noelle with a Falcon Arrow here on Mercy, and Tessa's loving every second of this. Trying to cheer Mercy on is Brian here in the other corner. And rubbing the face of Mercy into the canvas and an elbow drop to the back of Mercy. Oh, loosening up that arm for the Iron Monarch there. Good strategy. Good strategy there from Noelle as the referee goes for the count. And a kick out at 1. As these ladies look to beat the hell out of each other. Mercy looking for an opportunity. Noelle looking to spoil it. And mind you, that would be Mercy's first pay-per-view match if she's able to get a win here. Mercy able to get out of that submission there. Mercy! Irish whip into the ropes. Hurricane Rana into cover here. 2! Oh, she almost had Noelle there. She almost punched her ticket to RCW Riot. And Mercy's got to keep her foot on the gas pedal, is throwing Noelle down by the hair. But Noelle able to break out of that. Ooh, picking her up there. Draping her across the top rope. And now just forcing the head of Mercy into the canvas. How brutal is this? Oh, but Mercy able to get out of it. And Brian's loving every second of this. And knowing that, Noelle decides to roll out. Mercy can't take advantage. Uh-oh! Working on the arm of Mercy, trying to get her to tap. Trying to get Mercy to tap. But Mercy gets out of it. Again, trying to go after the arms. To weaken her for the Iron Monarch, and Hurricane Rana of her own into a cover. 1, 2. Reversal. 1, 2. And Noelle kicked out. What a great pin combination there. What a great sequence. And a big knee. As Noelle looks to end this real quick, and Mercy kicked out, but barely. She has almost barely anything left. Ooh, just when I say that, Mercy gets a reversal. Spine buster! What a huge move in this match. Uh-oh. Mercy got distracted there by Tessa. As Noelle able to take advantage. Struck gold. Oh, is Brian Outlaw? He pulled He pulled the ref out of the ring. He pulled the ref out. Brian Outlaw pulled the ref out. He's got to be careful. Otherwise, he might get ejected. As Mercy's trying desperately to hang on. Did she tap? I think she tapped. She did tap. She did tap. And Noelle Diamond wins. And it still remains a triple threat. But what a match between these two women. Brian Outlaw trying to do anything that he can to sort of even the odds. I mean, he was only out there because Tessa was out there. He pulled the referee out of the ring. I don't know if it'll show a replay of it, but I would love it if it did. I would love it if it actually did. So there's Tessa Blanchard distracting Mercy, but I wonder if it actually is going to show the replay of the referee getting pulled out. See, look, watch. 1, 2, referee gets pulled out by Brian Outlaw. But that wasn't enough. And Noelle Diamond making sure that it stays a triple threat. So it will be finalizing all the matches. Let's see what we have here. For RCW Riot, as of now, you know, because things still could change. We have 2 episodes left until the pay-per-view, so many different things still could change. We have, obviously we have the Chris Danger versus Brian Outlaw match. No holds barred. That's a given. The CM Punk Stone Cold match as well. We have the Aleister Black, Seth Rollins, RCW Carnage Championship match. So there's 3 matches right there. The Women's Championship match, which was just finalized now, triple threat. Noelle Diamond, Luna Outlaw, and Violet Knight. So there's 4. The tag team titles, Sanity versus the White Dragons. And then lastly, the world title match, in which Miles will be taking on AJ Styles. Miles Anderson, will be taking on AJ Styles for the RCW world title. Now, as far as the stipulations, we only know one, and that is the Brian Outlaw and triple threat, obviously, with that. But as far as the other title matches, stipulation, you know, who knows? I don't know if there will be any stipulation in the tag match or any stipulation in the world title match. Because as of right now, AJ and Miles don't hate each other, so I don't see them being in a brutal match. Honestly, it might just be a normal match. It might just be a normal match. Honestly. Because AJ and Miles, they don't hate each other. So I don't want to put them in a match where they can literally beat the crap out of each other. And you know, be able to do that. I don't want to put them in a position for that. You know what I mean? I definitely don't want to put them in that position. You know, because I don't see I don't see him I don't see those two ever ever, like, not ever, but at the moment, being in a match where they hate each other. Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Like, why make a match between two people that don't necessarily hate each other? Like, I can understand if it's like a CM Punk match and Stone Cold match, because those two hate each other at the moment, but I don't get Miles Anderson and AJ Styles being in a match. Or there might be a special stipulation like Iron Man or 2 out of 3 falls or something like that, so crazy stuff can happen, but nothing to where, weapons will be legal or anything like that. I don't see it being a brutal match, in terms of them just trying to beat the hell out of each other. I don't see that happening. Or at least that's not what I had pictured happening, I guess you could say. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for the follows. Thank you guys for everything that you guys do. Thank you, Dozer, for the donation of $10. A huge shout out to Dozer for the follow and the donation of $10. My very first donation here on the channel. I'll make sure to use it very wisely. Of course, donations are never required, but they're always greatly appreciated. It honestly allows me to get better equipment for the stream. Not that I don't have good equipment now, but there's always an option in the future to get good equipment, and donations, bits, anything that you guys do to help out the channel is greatly appreciated in any way possible. Even if it's just leaving it up for a lurk or what have you, even if it's just leaving it up for a lurk or you sharing it on Twitter with your friends or something like that, or whatever it is that you think could contribute to the channel is greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Who else do I have to shout out here? Thank you, JoJo, for the following on the channel. I appreciate you going to the YouTube channel and checking out some of those videos. Real quick, for anybody that is still here at the moment, I do have a Discord server. I'm a member of multiple Discord servers, but a lot of those people that I've joined Discords with really inspired me to create my own Discord server. So here on the channel we have, we do a lot of wrestling stuff. I've explained that numerous times, and I'll continue to do that for as many new people that happen to come in here and see the channel. So what we usually do here on the channel is wrestling stuff. I do this show, RCW, and I also do Lockdown, my other custom wrestling universe mode, as well as the Brian Outlaw My Career universe mode. So that is a pre-recorded series. That is on my YouTube channel, which is Botch TV. You can find it in the links in the panels, I believe, in my social part of my panels. You can find that there. And if you're on Mixer, which I believe this is streaming on Mixer too as well, you can find that on my profile. Just click the YouTube icon and it'll guide you there. And feel free to subscribe to that YouTube, to my YouTube channel, if you feel so inclined and you like the content that you see there. It's pretty much the same content that you see here. What happens is, if you can't make it to my live stream while it's still going, there obviously is the VODs, the video on demands, that you can watch after the fact here on Twitch, which is nice. but I also export them to my YouTube channel, so they then get exported to my YouTube channel, in which you can watch them in its entirety. Also, if you do join the Discord, there is a button there in the announcements that lets you know whenever I go live, in case Twitch notifications crap on you or something. There's always that backup. There's always that backup where, you know, if you're joining, if in almost every Discord that I'm in has this, where people go live and they have an announcement when somebody goes live. I just think it's a good backup to have in case, you know, Twitch notifications decide to crap the bed on some people and not work. So it also keeps you up to date with everything that I'm doing on the channel. We have a music section, chat channel or whatever. We also have a wrestling section where we just talk about wrestling and talk about what's going on in the WWE. We have a RCW section where you guys talk about what's going on here on the show. We also have a lockdown session, which is a other section for my other show, Lockdown, where you guys talk about what's going on in that show. And real quick, the one thing I really use Discord for is at the end of every season, for those of you that are new, at the end of every season of Lockdown and of RCW, what we do is we do a sort of a, I guess, get together. My co-writer, my brother in arms, I guess, John, he helps me write the storylines for the show. He helps me think of ideas for the show, so he deserves as much credit as I do for what happens here. And he is a member on the Discord. And what we like to do here at RCW is we treat this as if it were an actual legit wrestling league. You know, because I honestly consider it that, because it's being live streamed all across the world just like WWE is. And, you know, it gets created in the way that WWE creates it, through scripts and everything else. So, anyways, what we like to do is, after the first half of a season, which is 10 episodes, we like to do a little bit of a break so that we can make new storylines for the second half of the season. But we also like to do that so that we can get feedback from you guys, feedback from viewers of the show. And that's really what Discord is for. We can have a discussion in the RCW panel, or you can DM either me and John and actually talk about it if you feel so inclined, for it to be privately. The reason why we do that is we like to figure out ways that we can make the show better. And there's no way of us knowing that if feedback isn't being given. You know what I mean? You know, the WWE might not give a crap about what we think as fans and about what we think. Because either way, we're going to make money. Or they're going to make money. And they're not going anywhere. Whereas us, it's a little different. We like to have you guys love the matches. You know, really find interest in the storylines. We value all of that. Because that sort of goes into our creative process. Like, everything that we create and everything that we do for this show is solely based on the feedback that we get from you guys, as well as like just really dope ideas in our minds, you know, which sometimes we can come up with that stuff, but sometimes it's easier when we have that feedback from you guys, and you know, that's one thing that we like to do. For those of you that are also new, there's also a currency called titles. You can use this command right here. I will type it. You use exclamation point titles. As you can see, you will get the amount of hours, which says the amount of hours that you've been, streaming or watching the stream, and then you can use those titles to redeem special rewards, which you will find those rewards in my panels, and you can redeem those awards by, if you're on mobile, click on the puzzle piece, and you will be given a menu to redeem your currency, to redeem those titles. However, there are some rewards on there that are just like automatic. I don't know how to get rid of them. I think there's a way that you can, but they are automatic, which means they're just automatically there. There's nothing I can do about it. Only choose the rewards that are in the panels. So if this really interests you, please read the panels. That's all I ask. Because otherwise, you're going to be wasting titles on stuff that doesn't work. And every time you redeem those titles for a specific reward, your points will be there will be an alert that pops up on stream that will show me that you did that, and I will write it down and I will make sure to keep track of it. Yeah. And then we'll figure out when to do it. There's some really cool rewards, such as create an attire for a superstar for a pay-per-view. Sometimes I like to make a special attire for a pay-per-view. Sometimes I like to do that. There's also make a match for a pay-per-view card. Even if it's even if it's not part of a story. Sometimes we don't fill a full 7 match card for the pay-per-views, because normally the pay-per-views are 7 matches long. Normally that's what they are. They are 7 matches long, and that's how it is. But we don't always do that, because we have 6 matches for this pay-per-view, so we don't always do that. So if we have a spot open for a pay-per-view that we can fill, then we will do that match for the pay-per-view. And yeah, there's also a create a wrestler for any of the universes, Lockdown or RCW, and that is a limit to 2 per person. So once you do that, once you do have your 2, you can't do any more than 2, because I like to use viewer-submitted wrestlers, but to create storylines and to keep every storyline straight, I don't want I don't want one person creating 10 wrestlers, or having 10 wrestlers, and having a person that only has like 2. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's only fair to have 2 wrestlers per person, and that's it. So those are just some of the awards that you can get if you choose to redeem the titles here on Twitch. It's only a Twitch thing. You can't do it on YouTube or anything like that. So you got to be here. Basically, how you earn titles is following the channel. That automatically gives you titles. A donation gives you titles too as well. A bits or anything like that gives you titles, because that's a form of a donation, so to speak. Being active in chat gives you titles. Being a regular gives you titles. So that means like you showing up consistently over and over and over and over and over again. Like even if you're not in chat and you're still in lurk mode, whatever, you're still earning titles. So even if you're not like physically here and doing and paying attention to the stream and And even if you have me muted and you have something else open, but you just want your view to count, you're still earning titles that way. And the longer you're here, obviously, the more titles you can earn, which allows you to earn more rewards. And I would have to say the biggest award, which I believe is 6,000, is a one-on-one discussion with me about RCW and lockdown storylines in the middle or the end of a season. So basically what that is it'll be taking place on Discord. So you have to have Discord for this to work. Really sorry my PC crashed and I had to leave. If you're still on when I get back, I will alert you up. Have a great one. Thank you, Dozer. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. No worries. Computer issues, that happens to me too. I get it. But anyways, the biggest reward is 6,000, I believe, and 6,000 titles, and basically that reward gives you a one-on-one conversation with me to discuss RCW and lockdown storylines in the middle or the end of a season. So you will have a one-on-one discussion with me. We'll discuss RCW, which I expect you to be, in those discussions, I expect you to be caught up with what happens, or with what has happened. Because otherwise, it's like, kind of like, think of it this way. It's like kind of like watching like Game of Thrones, for example, and talking Game of Thrones with somebody who hasn't been caught up to the latest episode, you know? And it's kind of hard to have a discussion when you're not caught up, you know? So, when you have those discussions with me, please be aware that, you know, being caught up with the episodes and you know, being, you know, up to date with storylines and stuff really helps me out and helps you out, because then that means that we're on the same page, that nothing is getting repetitive or anything like that. And that is something that we want to do. I like to use Discord for that, so if you don't have a Discord, you can create one. It's free. All you got to do is have an email and password and just have whatever username you want to be and join my server, the Botchers server, and you can, which is this one last time. You can join that, and that link should work for everyone, usually on Twitch anyway. And you can join that, and that's how you get in contact with me for that reward specifically. And we'll have that discussion, and we'll see what we can do. Those rewards are just what I like to do to give back to my viewers, and along with merch that's going to be made soon and that's going to actually get done and stuff like that. I think it's going to be real awesome as soon as we get merch. I plan to make an RCW logo t-shirt. I plan to do something with some of the wrestlers that I do. You know, with the Outlaws specifically. So we'll have some merch with the Outlaws on it. I'd like to figure out some of the things that I can get with Brian Outlaw. I want to figure out some of the real cool stuff that I can do with him. In terms of like screenshots, stuff like that, cool stuff that I can take via this game, and see if I can incorporate some of the stuff that I'm able to do with this game that I can put on a t-shirt, or put on a mug or something, or whatever. So that, stay tuned for all that stuff. I plan to have a store up and running within the next couple months, maybe a few weeks, if I can get if everything goes fine and dandy, but I don't expect everything to. So I plan to use Teespring, so I'm aiming for the shirts to be about $15 to $20, usually what you would pay for a t-shirt. You know, because that's normally what I would pay for a t-shirt. It's not going to be something ridiculous, because I don't want you guys spending so much money on merch, you know. And some of you will do that. I'm kind of guilty of that sometimes. But, you know, I want them to be reasonable and affordable for you guys. And please, when that stuff comes out, please don't hesitate to tag me in it on Twitter or Instagram or something like that. Or use the Discord just to send a picture of yourself in the merch. Like, I would greatly appreciate that. Like, that would be awesome. Even if it's you just ordering the merch, like, and you want to take a screenshot of your whatever of the computer screen or whatever, like that's freaking cool too. Like, that would be dope too. Feel free to do that. I promise you, the merch is just gonna be as badass as some of these wrestlers are. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next stream, which should be on Wednesday. If I'm not doing anything, there are occasionally some things that come up because of my college work and what I have to do. So if all goes well, I will be streaming on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it. Be here for another episode of RCW as we get closer and closer to RCW Riot. So I will see you guys on the next stream.